I'll tell you, they are worried right now. They are worried at ABC News. They are worried at NBC, all the cable entities. NBC News is actually going to be safe. The Today Show is safe. It's MSNBC, Rachel Maddow, Joe and Mika, and oh my goodness, that woman Joy Reid, who should have been fired a long time ago. I predict she actually may be fired before Elon gets there, if Elon goes in to buy this thing. But look, I mean, it's for sale effectively. They're spinning off the company, and in that spin-off called Spinco, there will be an opportunity for somebody to come in and be a suitor here down the road. You could do what's called a hostile takeover, which is effectively what he did there with Twitter. I mean, not necessarily hostile in the end. He just kind of, I mean, I guess hostile in the sense that Twitter management and Twitter employees really didn't want it. But what was to happen when you come through with such an amazing offer, $42 billion, which was much more than the company was worth? So as he expands that empire, I'll tell you what he needs to do. He needs more and more content. Sure, we're there live every day, but you want more content, more produced content. You want to grow that, and you want everyone to have some opportunity to partake in that. He has managed to single-handedly almost turn this whole thing on its head by enabling people to go direct and get their news directly with all kinds of news and all kinds of different viewpoints there. It's why he keeps saying, look, you're the media now. You are the media now. And this is something that, you know what, those in the real quote-unquote legacy media really don't like. He's telling people you have the power. You have the power, and they don't like that at The View. They are targeting anything that is not sanctioned by the elites right now, that's not official legacy media. They're targeting all of it because it's a threat to, one, their livelihoods, and two, the establishment and the status quo, which is why they made such a big deal of this the other day over on MSNBC. The Axios guy, he got some big award, the founder of Axios. I mean, he started an alternative site. It's just that, you know, they were in line. They were back in the day when it was just a website. You know, it's the podcast that you got to really worry about. Remember, subscribe, share, like, all that good stuff. Here he is.
Transparency, maybe a free press, maybe the ability to do your job without worrying to go to jail, maybe the ability to sit in a war zone and tell people what's actually happening so they're not just looking at distortion, matters. It matters profoundly. It's why it's not like we just love getting up at 3 or 4 in the morning doing this every single day. Like, we do it because we love it. We do it because it matters. The work that we do matters. Everything we do is under fire. Elon Musk sits on Twitter every day, or X today, saying like, we are the media, you are the media. My message to Elon Musk is, bullshit. You're not the media. You having a blue check mark, a Twitter handle, and 300 words of cleverness doesn't make you a reporter any more than me looking at your head and seeing that you have a brain and telling you have an awesome set of tools makes me a damn neurosurgeon, right? Like, what we do, what journalists do, what you did in Mississippi, what Al Jazeera does in the Middle East. You don't proclaim yourself to be a reporter. Like, that's nonsense. Like, being a reporter is hard, really hard. You have to care. You have to do the hard work. You have to get up every single day and say, I want to get to the closest approximation of the truth without any fear, without any favoritism. You don't do that by popping off on Twitter. You don't do that by having an opinion. You do it by doing the hard work.
So the arrogance here is just extraordinary, truly extraordinary. Somehow they're being so self-righteous in this. We're so perfect. We're doing it all correct. You know what? If you actually did have a shred of honesty, and I'm not picking on him in particular, but the media as a whole, if the media actually had any honesty whatsoever, then guess what? A lot of stuff that just went down over the last however many years wouldn't have gone down. I mean, the media was clearly not honest in that suddenly you were completely shunned if you dared to question why we were shutting down a country during COVID. You were taken offline if you dared to report on that Hunter Biden laptop that wasn't really supposed to be Hunter's, but it turned out it was. You weren't allowed to talk about the Wuhan virus being from Wuhan, China. No, this was like no-go territory. I mean, that, frankly, that was shutting down speech. And I lived it every single day. I breathed it. And you know what? I got all the credentials in the world with the CBS News and the NBC News and the Bloomberg and all this, that, and the other background, okay? I've lived it. I've been on that side. I'm over here right now, and I'm over here to tell you, you know what? You shouldn't be so self-righteous, and you should not be so arrogant as to think that everyday folks don't have an opinion that matters. That, in and of itself, is everything that's wrong with the legacy media. And these idiots that are about to get bought by somebody, I'm telling you, it's going to get spun off. There's tax advantages to spinning MSNBC off right now. Maybe Elon comes in a year after the fact. Or maybe he comes in right now, both for ABC and the cable assets at NBC. There's no antitrust issues there either because you're talking broadcast and cable. See, I've thought this one through. Anyway, these two idiots, Mika and Joe, are just applauding this guy, completely missing the irony of everything, that he is so damn self-centered and so arrogant. They don't understand the joke, and the joke is them.
Everything up and down about not only their alternative set of facts, but alternative set of facts about what people like you do. And I love how you connected reporters in Mississippi in the 1960s to reporters fighting for their life to get the story out in the Middle East today. Jim, it was very powerful.
Really good.
Very powerful. Even if even if we had to beep you more than we would if we ran a Dave Chappelle concert.
I
it was
like
still
it.
good.
Jim's mild mannered.
He preached it, though. The cadence, I mean, I might get him ordained.
Well, let me...
Arrogant.
Well,
arrogant. And you know what? I'm going to show you something else. You know how arrogant they are? They think they control the news. They set the agenda. They're threatened by the idea that somehow Elon says, hey, guess what, everybody? You're the media now. You have a shot at actually having a voice at the table. That to them is somehow wrong. Listen, I'm telling you, and as somebody who passionately believes in our First Amendment and free speech, what you need, if there's so-called, I don't know, bad speech, what you need is more free speech. How did we shut down the insane narrative of legacy media? We did this through more free speech, through Twitter, through streaming, through podcasts like mine. Here's Mika and Joe a couple of years ago saying this is so scary because what if he, meaning Donald Trump, were to try and set the agenda by somehow manipulating people with his chatter? And if we're not there to prevent him from speaking, what happens then? Please.
The dangerous, edges here are that he's trying to undermine the media, trying to make up his own facts. And it could be that while unemployment and the economy worsens, he could have undermined the messaging so much that he can actually control exactly what people think. And that is our job.
Yeah, if you look
that
at
is
the
our
issues,
job. She literally said that. Let's go back and play it again. He might actually be able to control what people think, and that's our job? Are you kidding me? This is everything that is the problem. You hear that? Let's listen.
Exactly what people think, and that is our job.
Okay, I gotta do it
have
again.
undermined the messaging so much that he can actually control exactly what people think, and that is our job.
Yeah, if you look at the issues.
And they agree with her.
The economy worsens.
That is our job, she says. We're going to control what you think. We are the message. And they all sit around and nod and agree. And now Bill Clinton's in on the act. Yeah, former President Bill Clinton. He's in on the act to say, it's just those stupid people that believe anything that's not actually sanctioned by the likes of MSNBC and others. Here he is speaking on MSNBC.
Politics is the only business in which you can prove your authenticity by not knowing anything. And I think that's a problem, and we'll pay for it unless we get over it. But that's a problem for the Democrats, too. We have to learn to talk to people in ways that they can relate to, that explains that. That's why, when I I did my best to help this time, I didn't want to go to any big rallies and big television things. I just wanted to get in the country. Just go out and talk to people. Because I think that we're behind in the sense that a lot of the small town and rural people are now highly sophisticated.
Oh Oh my gosh, the small town rural people are now highly sophisticated. They know how to use Twitter. They know how to use a computer. They know how to get a podcast. God help us.
And how they get their information. And there are zillions of new websites now, all trying to advance their sort of conservative to right-wing radical cause. And a lot of times we're not playing on the same field, and we're not even being heard. So
yeah, this is the postmortem, right? They're all trying to figure out how the heck they lost that one. I'm just going to tell you guys, you had a lousy candidate and you had no message. And the only message you kind of kept coming back to was this DEI insanity that we're all so damn sick of. I'm sorry, I don't need it in education. I don't need it on Wall Street. And I don't need it in my life because I believe in a meritocracy. Look at how many women are there in this cabinet, by this administration. We now have a gay Treasury Secretary. Maybe you didn't even know that. I haven't even reported that because I don't even think it's relevant. The point being, let's put people that are qualified for the jobs in the jobs. Let's start educating people in the right ways about meritocracy as opposed to we're going to give you something because of the color of your skin. It's really disgusting. I'll tell you about a university that's not that way. Grand Canyon University, one of the new sponsors on our show. We love them for that. A private Christian university in beautiful Phoenix, Arizona, believes that we are endowed by our Creator with certain unalienable rights. That's true. To life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. GCU believes in equal opportunity, and the American dream starts with purpose. Yes, thank you, it does. GCU equips you to serve others in ways that promote human flourishing and create a ripple effect of transformation for years to come by honoring your career calling, your impact on family, your friends, and your community. Change the world for good by putting others before yourself to glorify God. What a great message, right? Whether your pursuit involves a bachelor's, master's, or doctoral degree, GCU's online, on-campus, and hybrid learning environments are designed to help you achieve your unique academic, personal, and professional goals. With 350 academic programs as of June 2024, congratulations, GCU meets you where you are and provides you a path to help you fulfill your dreams. The pursuit to serve others is yours. Let it flourish. Find your purpose at Grand Canyon University, private, Christian, affordable. Visit gcu.edu. Isn't that just great to see?